The inner is the thoughts. It has to do with your dreams, has to do with your goals, has to do with your intention. Has to do with what you're really thinking inside, right? That's the inner part of the game. And the outer is the action steps. You've got to have both, right? I like the book, Becoming a Category of One. You know what he says in there? Dreams without execution are like hallucinations. Or pipe dreams, aren't they? Right? However, I have people that come up to me and say, Art, I'm doing all of the right things. I'm handing out flyers. I'm talking to people. And I'm doing, and nobody wants to sign up. Why would that be? Because something's wrong on the inside. And in fact, they might be doing Zango just to get rid of the inside. And one of the most rewarding things about network marketing is how people grow in the process. I've had people in our very first network that learned so much about themselves in network marketing, it changed their whole business career even though they left the industry. So some of this has to do with growing and changing, doesn't it? So we're going to work right now on the outer. I got to lay down some fundamental principles, which I like to do. I would call this more outer, yet they're principles that have mindset attached to them. And we're going to get interactive here, okay? I have this thing, I call it becoming a premier. I have a lot of strange ideas that come to me in the middle of the night. What's so funny about that? Do you have those too? Oh, okay. And if I want to figure out if they're any good or not, I test them out on Terry, But I decided that what people were doing was they were in a becoming process. Becoming is a powerful term. It's an unfolding, isn't it? Becoming is a process that you're going through to realize who it is you are. So the question has to start right here, and I'm going to put it out to everybody that's in the room here. How many people in this room here today have decided to become a premier in Zango? Yeah? Wow, you guys are on, right? So you guys have decided, you probably decided that before you got here. That's good news because everything in life starts with a decision, doesn't it? Everything. One of the reasons I think we were successful is we didn't have any other choices out there. You can't go get a job, after 20 years of working from home. I've often threatened that. Let me go work at an espresso stand or something, Oh, you don't get up early enough for that, Art. So, I don't use an alarm clock, except when I'm in Salt Lake. But so you have to make that decision, don't you? And so we had to make that decision right there. We didn't have a lot of choices. And that's why you hear a lot of rags to riches stories in the industry. It's because people that are really have their backs up against the wall are the ones that not only make the decision, but have the will. See, I don't think that there's a shortage of how to build this business. There's lots of ways to build this business. There is not one way to build this business. There's probably as many ways as there are people in this room. What I believe there's a lack of is the will to do what it takes. The will. So, if you've decided, that is cool, right? Sitting in your chair here, just come out of the first session. What an incredible company, isn't it? Isn't it amazing? The kind of founders that we have, this remarkable product. We've got all the bases covered, right? We have all the same product. We have all the same founders. We all work with the same compensation plan, don't we? It's a level playing field. There's nobody that comes in here that says, no, you can't do this because you don't have some kind of education or something, is there? The key is that decision that you make today has to be made every single day. It has to be a daily decision when you get up in the morning. You can't sit, it's a pipe dream if you sit here today and say, I'm going to become a premier, and then you leave here and on Monday you stop thinking about Zango, you don't get into action, start doing something, right? So if once you've decided, that decision has to be made every day. Now, and here's one of my favorite quotes. A lot of you people, actually there's a big controversy about who actually it is that wrote this. But let's look at this because to me this is the key to the whole thing. If you actually would make a decision, there's a lot of people that come in to our industry, I think, and try it out. Oh, let me give that a try. I'll give that 30 days or 90 days. Imagine if you decided that you wanted to become really good at anything. Think about how much effort and time and energy can get to be a really good tennis player or a baseball player or really good at talking in front of people. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is going to happen instantly, right? So look at this. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back. And I love this, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. It's like when you make a commitment, there's like an energy that's behind you. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. Whatever you can do or dream, you can do. Whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Actually, if you can believe in your dream, you can do it. That's the key. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. That's a great quote. So, if you've said to yourself, I've decided to become a premier, don't you think that the first question you should be asking yourself is, well, what do those guys do? What do those 100Ks do? What do those 200Ks do? And don't you think that you should try to figure that out? So let's find out what they do. What do premiers do? Who's got some ideas? What do premiers do? They what? They talk to people. Now, I want you to get involved here. When you hear an idea that makes sense to you, I want you to write it down. Okay? And we're going to make a list here, because I want you to go home with something that makes sense to you. And there's going to be a little process I'm going to go through here to really cement this in place. So they talk to people, don't they? Do they do it once a week? Probably every day they do talk to people, don't they? What else do premiers do?